Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most iconic weapons in history, the AK-47. It's a gun that changed modern warfare, influenced politics, empowered revolutions, and became a symbol of both freedom and fear. From muddy jungles to dusty battlefields, from the hands of soldiers to the flags of nations, this is the full story of the AK-47. Let's begin. The AK-47, or Avtomat Kalashnikov 1947, was designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov, a Soviet tank commander during World War II. He was only in his 20s when he started thinking about how to make a better weapon for the Red Army. After being wounded in battle in 1941, he began sketching designs for firearms while recovering in a hospital. He believed Soviet soldiers needed something lightweight, durable, and easy to use, something that would never jam in the heat of war. 6 years later, in 1947, his design was officially accepted by the Soviet military. Production and ruggedness, the AK-47 flooded the global arms market. In some regions, it became cheaper than a goat. In others, it was used as currency in arms deals. By the 1970s and 80s, the AK-47 had already become a symbol. In Mozambique, it was placed on the national flag, crossed with a hoe to represent defense and agriculture. In Cuba, revolutionaries marched with AKs held high. In Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and beyond, the AK became a mark of both power and resistance. Some children in war zones grew up thinking AK-47 was just another word for gun. In fact, according to the Guinness World Records, the AK-47 is the most produced firearm in history, with over 100 million units made globally, including variants. But not everyone was happy about this legacy. Mikhail Kalashnikov himself expressed regret later in life. He once said, "I created the AK to defend the motherland. I never imagined it would become a weapon of terrorists." Still, he was awarded honors by the Soviet and Russian governments and remained a national hero in Russia until his death in 2013. Let's talk about some notable wars and operations where the AK-47 played a major role. In Vietnam, American soldiers quickly learned to respect the AK. It rarely jammed, unlike the early M16s issued to U.S. troops. In fact, many American soldiers would pick up AKs from fallen enemies and use them instead of their own weapons. In Afghanistan, both Soviet soldiers and Afghan fighters used the weapon, making it a strange situation where both sides had nearly identical guns. In Africa, the AK-47 became the most common weapon used in civil wars and coups. Even in Latin America, leftist guerrillas and drug cartels relied on AKs due to their availability and durability in many armies and rebel groups. Its simple design means anyone with basic tools can repair or modify it. That makes it unstoppable in many parts of the world. In countries torn by conflict, the AK is often the first gun a child sees. In some places, it's the only gun people know. That's the reality and the tragedy of the AK-47's legacy. So, what does the future hold for the AK? Russia continues to produce modernized versions like the AK-12. Militias continue to use older models. And thanks to its reputation, it will likely remain a part of warfare for decades to come. Whether seen as a tool of liberation or a symbol of destruction, the AK-47 is here to stay. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon. Leave a comment below. What weapon or war story should we cover next? Your support helps us bring you more deep dives into history, military technology, and the real stories behind the headlines. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe.